Hello dear students, NEET 2026. Here are the 100 most expected MCQs we are going to solve for the coming NEET exam from the subject chemistry. Here is our first question. On heating some solid substances, changes from solid to vapor state without passing through liquid state, the technique used for the purification of such solid substances based on the above principle is known as, answer is sublimation. Our next question is based on match the following. So isothermal process carried out at constant temperature. Isochoric process is carried out at constant volume. Isobaric process is carried out at constant pressure, and adiabatic process is a process where there is no heat exchange. Very important, children, to the exam. Our next question is, in which of the following equilibria Kp and Kc are not equal? So we know the relationship between Kp and Kc. Kp is equal to Kc into RT to the power of delta N. So for the given four reactions, calculate delta N. Wherever you are getting delta N is equal to 0, there you can get exactly Kp is equal to Kc. Whereas in equation 1, when you calculate delta N by subtracting the number of moles of gaseous product minus number of moles of gaseous reactant, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Here delta N you are getting 1. So for this equation, Kp and Kc are not equal. So answer is option A. Our next question is from haloalkanes and haloarenes. Among the four compounds, the one which will undergo SN1 reaction at a faster rate. So SN1 reaction among the four is option D, because here you can get the most stable secondary benzyl carbocation. So option D is the right answer, because in option D we can get the secondary benzyl carbocation which is most stable compared to the remaining three carbocations. Our next question, a compound with a molecular formula C6H14 has two tertiary carbon atoms. Its IUPAC name. So among the four options, option C is the right answer, because in 2,3 dimethyl butane, 2,3 dimethyl butane, second carbon and third carbon, both these two carbon atoms have tertiary carbon atoms. So option C is the right answer. Our next question, given below two statements are there. Statement 1, the boiling point of hydrides of group 16 elements follows in the order where it shows that water has highest boiling point. This statement is correct, because in water we can find intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So statement 1 is true. Let us go to statement 2. On the basis of molecular mass, water is expected to have lower boiling point than the other members of the group due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding in water. It has higher boiling point. In the light of the above statement, choose the correct answer from the option given below. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are the right answers for this question. Our next question is from equilibrium chapter. For the reaction 2A gives rise to B plus C. Kc value is given. At the given time, the composition of reaction mixture is, they have given the concentration of both reactant A and product B and C. So we know the relation, reaction quotient QC is equal to molar concentration of products divided by concentration of reactant. As there are two reactants A, so we have to take A to the power of 2. When we substitute the molar concentration of both reactants and product, QC we will get equals to 1. So as the QC is equal to 1, the reaction has a tendency to go in backward direction. Our next question, activation energy of any chemical reaction can be calculated if one knows the value. So the formula to calculate activation energy is log K2 by K1 is equal to EA by 2.303 R into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. So activation energy can be calculated if we know the rate constant at two different temperature. Rate constant at two different temperature, if you know, we can easily calculate the activation energy. Our next question from coordination compounds, given below two statements are there. Statement 1, both these complexes of cobalt are octahedral but differ in their magnetic behavior. Yes, both the complexes are octahedral, but one is diamagnetic, one is paramagnetic. Here statement 2, this complex is diamagnetic because you can find ammonia. Ammonia is a strong ligand. In the presence of strong ligand, pairing of unpaired electron takes place. So no unpaired electron, that's why diamagnetic. Whereas COF6, fluoride ion, is a weak ligand where electron pairing does not takes place. So this complex has number of unpaired electrons, that's why it is paramagnetic. So both the statements are right here, true. Our next question from some basic concept of chemistry, the highest number of helium atom. So among the four, the highest number of helium atom we can find in option A, 4 moles of helium. So 4 moles of helium contains 4 into Avogadro number of helium atoms, whereas 4 U of helium contains 1 helium atom. And 4 grams of helium is equal to 1 mole, that is equal to 6 into 10 to the power of 23, whereas 2.27 liters of helium contains only 0.1 mole. So among the given 4 option A has highest number of helium atoms. Our next question from periodic table chapter, arrange the following elements in the increasing order of their first ionization enthalpy. So here are the elements of period 2. So here we can find that nitrogen has highest first ionization enthalpy because of half filled p orbital, and lithium has least first ionization enthalpy because of its largest size. So option B is the right answer for this question. Our next question from alcohol chapter, which of the following alcohol reacts instantaneously immediately with Lucas reagent? We know tertiary alcohol reacts faster with Lucas reagents. Among the 4 option D is a tertiary alcohol. So this is the right answer for this question. Our next question is from D and F block elements. Spin only magnetic moment is same for which of the following ions? So we have 4 ions here: A Ti3 plus, B Cr2 plus, C Mn2 plus, D Fe2 plus, E Sc3 plus. So same spin only magnetic moment when we will get when we have same number of unpaired electrons. So in Ti3 plus you can find only one unpaired electron. In Cr2 plus 4 unpaired electrons, 3d4, Mn2 plus 5 unpaired electrons, Fe2 plus 3d6, 4 unpaired electrons, and scandium ion 0 unpaired electrons. So among the given ions you can find 4 unpaired electrons in Cr2 plus and in Fe2 plus. So B and D option A is the right answer, has same magnetic moment value. Next we have a questions from Biomolecules chapter, the reagents with which glucose do not react. So children, we know that glucose reacts with tolerance reagent, glucose reacts with hydroxylamine, glucose reacts with hydrogen cyanide. We have learned in structure of glucose structure elucidation, whereas glucose does not react with Skiff's reagent and sodium bisulfite because glucose is in stable cyclic hemiacetal form, pyranose form. So it will not react with Skiff's reagent and NaHSO3. So answer is option C, B and E. We have next question from amines chapter. There are 2 statements. Statement 1, aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. It is a true statement because in aniline we can find NH2 amine group which act as a Lewis base. So it is not going to react. Statement 2 says aniline cannot be prepared through Gabriel phthalimide synthesis because aniline is an aromatic amine. So haloarenes does not undergo substitution reaction very easily. So aromatic amines cannot be prepared through Gabriel synthesis. So both the statements are true here. We have a next question from structure of atom chapter. The energy of electron in the ground state n is equal to 1 for helium ion is minus x joules. Then that for an electron where n is equal to 2, principal quantum number is 2, state for Be3 plus ion is J. J is J is, we need to find out the value of J. So we have options minus x by 9, minus 4x, minus 4 by 9x. So we know the relationship to calculate the energy, that is energy E is directly proportional to square of atomic number, Z is atomic number, divided by n square. N is a principal quantum number. So when you calculate for helium ion, so helium ion energy is minus x joule, substitute energy value minus x joules minus x, and atomic number Z for helium is 2 square divided by, so electron is in first principal quantum number, so n value is 1 square. This is the value of energy relation for helium ion. Similarly for Be3 plus, the relation is energy is directly proportional to beryllium atomic number is 4 square divided by electron in principal quantum number 2, so 2 square. So this is the relationship of Be3 plus ion. When we compare both the values, we will get minus x divided by E is equal to 4 by 1 divided by 16 by 4. We will get exactly equals to 1. So here for Be3 plus also the value of energy is minus x, option A. Our next question from chemical kinetics chapters: which plot of natural log of rate constant K versus 1 by T is consistent with Arrhenius equation? So the answer is option D. Option D, the graph option D is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. Two statements are there. Statement 1, the boiling point of 3 isomeric pentanes. N-pentane has higher boiling point, then isopentane, and neopentane has least boiling point. So as we know, as the branching increases, the boiling point decreases. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, when branching increases, the molecules attains the shape of sphere. This results in smaller surface area for contact, due to which the intermolecular force between the spherical molecules weak, thereby lowering the boiling point. So both the statements are right here. Let us move to the next question from electrochemistry chapter. The E naught value for Mn3 plus to Mn2 plus coupled is more positive than that of Cr3 plus to Cr or Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus. So here the E naught value of Mn3 plus to Mn2 plus is more positive, because here you can find there is a conversion of Mn3 plus from 3D4 to 3D5 Mn2 plus, stable, highly stable 3D5 configuration you are getting in case of manganese by gaining 1 electron. That's why due to D4 to D5 configuration, you can find highest, more positive E naught value in this case. Answer is option C. Let us move to the next question related to entropy. As we know, entropy increases in the process where compared to solids, you can find more entropy in liquids, and compared to liquids, you can find more entropy in gases. Entropy is a degree of randomness, degree of disorder. So let us go to the question. We have four options here. Option A, liquid evaporates to vapors. So in which of the following process entropy increases? When we liquid evaporates to vapor, entropy increases. This is true. Second, temperature of crystalline solid is lowered. When you lower the temperature, the force of attraction between the particles will increase. So this here you cannot find the increase in the entropy. Option C, we have an equation where 2 moles of solid gives rise to 3 moles of products. So here you can find increase in the entropy, because solid is converting into gas, 2 moles of gas. So here you can find the entropy increase. And option D also, 1 mole of chlorine gas converts it into 2 moles of chloride ions. Here also entropy increases. So option C, statement A, C and D are the correct answer for this question. Here you can find increase in the entropy. Now let us go to the next question. The next question is from chemical bonding chapter. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding is present among the four options. Intramolecular bonding we can find in orthonitrophenol. In this option A, we can find intramolecular hydrogen bonding. It is the most common question and easy question. Next, let us go to the next question. Arrange the following elements in the increasing order of their electronegativity. So among these, we need to arrange them in the increasing order of electronegativity. We know that fluorine has highest electronegativity and silicon has lowest electronegativity. After fluorine, oxygen has most electronegative. So option A, arrangement of these 5 elements in the increasing order of electronegativity is correct. Let us go to the next question from redox reaction chapter. We need to find out among the 4 reactions which is not a redox reaction. So redox reaction is a reaction where you can find both oxidation as well as reduction. So among the 4 options, option A, option B and option C, all the 3 reactions are redox, whereas reaction 4 where the oxidation state of barium and sulfur is the same in both reactant side and product side. So there is no change in the oxidation number. So option D equation is not a redox reaction. We have a next question from electrochemistry chapter. Match the list 1 with list 2. So conversion of 1 mole of water to 1 mole of oxygen requires 2 electrons, which means 2 Faraday, and 1 mole of MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. It requires 5 electrons, involvement of 5 electrons. So option 4 is the right answer. Here is the right answer. 1.5 moles of calcium from molten calcium chloride. Here it requires 3 electrons, so 3 Faraday, and 1 mole of FeO converts to Fe2O3. Here there is an involvement of 1 electron, so 1 Faraday is the right answer. So for this question, option A is the right answer. Let us move to the next question. The most stable carbocation in the following. Among 4, the most stable carbocation is the carbocation, tertiary carbocation. So among 4, option D is forming tertiary carbocation. That's why option D is the right answer, the most stable carbocation. Let us move to organic chemistry question. Very easy question. Ethane. In ethane, between the two carbon atoms, we can find single sigma, one sigma bond. And in ethene, carbon double bond. In ethene, we can find one sigma bond and one pi bond. In carbon molecule, we can find two pi bonds, and in ethine we can find carbon triple bond, one sigma and two pi bonds. So this is the right matching for list 1 and list 2. Let us move to the next question. Among group 16 elements, which one does not show -2 oxidation state? So as we know, down the group, electropositive character is going to increase us. So in group 16, polonium is not going to form -2 oxidation state because it is at the bottom of the group. So polonium is the right answer for this question. We have next question from solution chapter. The Henry's law constant Kh values for 3 gases A, B, C are given. A 145, B 2 into 10 to the power of -5, C is 35 kilobar respectively. The solubility, we know solubility of a gas is inversely proportional to Kh. Solubility is inversely proportional to Kh. So B gas has highest higher the Kh value, lesser the solubility, lesser the Kh value, higher the solubility. So among A, B, C, B gas has lower Kh value, that's why it is having highest solubility, and A gas has highest Kh value, that's why it has lowest solubility. So option B is the right answer for this question. Next question from aldehyde chapter, very easy. Failing solution A is aqueous copper sulfite solution. Next question from aldehydes and ketones chapter, reaction A for the conversion of breakdown of double bond between two cyclohexane ring, it should undergo ozonolysis in the presence of zinc and water to produce 2 molecules of cyclohexanone. Reaction B for the conversion of benzene into 2 cyclohexanone, formation of ketone bond between the 2 cyclohexane. There must be use of acetophenone in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Option C, conversion of alcoholic group to keto group. There is a requirement of CrO3. And option D, we need to convert the alkanes into carboxylic acid. For that we need one oxidizing agent. The oxidizing agent is potassium permanganate. In the presence of KOH, we need to heat. We have one more organic reaction. Identify the correct reagent which brings about the following transformation. We have one compound here, double bond containing compound. it has to convert into aldehyde. For that, first this compound has to treated with BH3 followed by hydrolysis in the presence of hydrogen peroxide. So during this there is an addition of one hydrogen to this second carbon and OH group to this first carbon. We will get one alcohol. So in the first step there is a formation of this one primary alcohol. This primary alcohol, when treated with PCC, the alcoholic group converts to aldehyde group. Alcoholic group converts to aldehyde group. So option B is the right answer for this question. Next question from structure of atom. So here it is magnetic quantum number is responsible for the orientation of magnetic quantum number is responsible for the orientation of the orbital. Spin quantum number is responsible for the orientation of spin of electron. Azimuthal quantum number for the shape of orbital, and principal quantum number is for the size of the orbital. So this is the right matching. Another question of matching from chemical bonding chapter. The shape of the geometry of ammonia is a trigonal pyramidal. BRF5 is a square planar. XeF4 is a square planar, and SF6 is very easy. It is a octahedral. If you remember SF6 and ammonia geometry, you can easily match this question. Next question. 1 gram of sodium hydroxide was treated with 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl solution. The mass of sodium hydroxide left untreated is equal to. So here there is a reaction between sodium hydroxide NaOH and HCl. When sodium hydroxide and HCl reacts, it undergo neutralization to produce salt NaCl and water. So this reaction we should remember. First of all, we need to find out the amount of HCl given in the question, because in the question they have given the volume of HCl and molarity of HCl. So when you multiply the molarity of HCl with volume, and that value when you multiply with the molar mass of HCl is 36.5, you will get 0.648 grams of HCl. According to standard equation, 36.5 grams of HCl is reacting with 40 grams of NaOH. 40 is the molar mass of NaOH and 36.5 is the molar mass of HCl. This is standard. 36.5 grams of HCl is reacting with 40 grams of NaOH. Therefore 0.684 grams of HCl is reacting with how many grams of NaOH? When you calculate, you will get 0.7495. So when you subtract this value of NaOH from 1 gram, so 1 gram of NaOH, 0.7495 grams of NaOH is combined. So when you convert this into milligram, you will get 250 milligrams. So answer for this question is 250 milligram. Option B, 250 milligrams. Now we have next question from coordination compounds. Complexes are there. We need to match with the type of isomerism. So this first complex where you can find ammonia and NO2 as a ligand. So this is as NO2 is an ambidentate ligand, it is responsible for forming linkage isomerism. NO2 is an ambidentate ligand, so it is going to form linkage isomerism. Similarly, second complex, as you can this is going to form ionization isomerism. Very easy. Second option is going to form ionization isomerism. And third C complex is responsible for coordination isomerism. And option D, as water is a ligand, it is going to form solvate isomerism. So this is a correct matching of the complexes with the type of isomerism they undergo. Let us move to another important question from practical chemistry. During the preparation of more salt, that is ferrous ammonium sulfates, which of the following acid is added to prevent the hydrolysis of Fe2 plus ion? To prevent the hydrolysis of Fe2 plus ion during the titration, we have used dilute sulfuric acid. So answer is dilute sulfuric acid. One more practical related questions we have given below. Certain cations are there. Using the inorganic qualitative analysis, arrange them in the increasing group number from 0 to 5. So 0 to ammonium ion is not given. Aluminium ion belongs to third group. Copper ion second. Barium fifth. Cobalt fourth and magnesium sixth. So accordingly option A is the right answer for this question, arranging the different cations to the different respective groups. One more organic chemistry question we have. Major products A and B in the following reaction. There is a reaction where the cyclohexane ring has a methyl group and OH group. Now this, when you treat with PbR3, you will get one intermediate A. So A here is CH3 group will be as such, whereas OH group is substituted with Br. So A is this structure. Now this A, on treatment with alcoholic KOH, it undergo dehydrohalogenation. So beta elimination. So Br from this carbon and from the adjacent carbon atom one hydrogen release, and there is a formation of double bond between alpha and beta carbon. So B is this cyclohexene structure with methyl group. So option A is the right answer for this conversion reaction. Next we have from D and F block chapter, the pair of lanthanide ion which are diamagnetic. Diamagnetic means absence of unpaired electrons. So Ce4 plus and Yb2 plus, both these lanthanide ions does not have any unpaired electron. That's why they are diamagnetic in nature. We have next question, identify the correct answer. Correct answer for the given four statements. Statement A says that 3 resonance structures can be drawn for ozone. No children, only 2 resonating structures possible for ozone. BF3 has non-zero dipole moment. Children, we know BF3 is a zero dipole moment. So this statement, both these statements are incorrect. Option C, dipole moment of NF3 is greater than NH3. No, NH3 has greater dipole moment than NF3. So this is also wrong statement. 3 canonical forms can be drawn for carbonate ion, CO3 2 minus. So CO3 2 minus can be written in 3 resonating structures. So this is the correct answer for this question. Option D is the right answer. Next question we have from some basic concept of chemistry about empirical formula. Compound X, there is a compound X contains 32% of A, 20% of B and remaining percentages of C. We need to find out then the empirical formula X. The atomic mass is given. So for compound A, first we can find out the atomic ratio by dividing its percentage with its atomic mass 64. We'll get atomic ratio 0.5 for A. For B also, when we divide its mass with its molar mass, we get atomic mass 0.5. For C also, remaining is 48 divided by its atomic mass 32, we got 1.5. So among the 3 atomic ratios, the simplest smallest atomic ratio is 0.5. So to find out the simplest ratio, we need to divide the atomic ratios of both A, B and C with the smallest atomic ratio. So after dividing that, we will get A is 1, B is 1 and C is 3. So empirical formula of the given compound is ABC3. Next we have one more question. The work done during the reversible isothermal expansion of 1 mole of hydrogen gas at 25 degrees Celsius from the pressure of 20 atmosphere is given. R value is given. Then R is equal to 2.2 calories per Kelvin per mole. So for that we have a formula W is equal to minus 2.303 RT log of P1 by P2. When you substitute and calculate, you will get option B minus 413.14 calories is the right answer. Our next question is from electrochemistry. Mass in grams of copper deposited by passing 9.6487 amperes of current through a voltmeter containing copper sulfate solution for 100 seconds. So first you find out Q. The relation is Q is equal to I into T. I is current in ampere. They have given 9.6487. T is time. It is given 100 seconds. We got charge 964.87 coulomb. It is said copper sulfate. In copper sulfate, copper ion is Cu2 plus. It gains 2 electrons to convert into copper. So 2 Faraday, 2 into 96,500, 2 electrons, nothing but 2 Faraday, 2 into 96,500 coulomb. When you pass, you can able to deposit 1 mole of copper, and mass of 1 mole of copper is 63 grams per mole. So by passing 2 into 96,500 coulomb, you can able to deposit 63 grams of copper. So when you pass 964.87 coulomb, how much copper you can deposit? When you calculate, you will get 0.315 grams of copper. Option B is the right answer for this question. Here is one organic reaction. When you treat it with acidified potassium permanganate, P is a major product. So when you treat this with when you treat this alkene with acidified potassium permanganate, it undergo a breakdown here, carbon-carbon double bond breakdown. This also converts to carboxylic acid, and this part also converts to carboxylic acid. So here you can get 2-cyclohexane carboxylic acid, 2 moles of cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Option B is the right answer for this question. Next we have chemical kinetics question. The rate of reaction is quadruple, means 4 times increases when the temperature changes from 27 degree to 57 degree Celsius. Calculate the energy of activation. We have a relationship that log K2 by K1 is equal to EF by 2.303 R. R value is given, and T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. Log 4 value also given. Very easy question. When you substitute and get the value, calculate, you will get the answer 38 kilojoules per mole. Option A is the right answer. Next question we have from amines chapter. Identify the major product C from the following reactions. We have one haloalkanes, iodopropane. When you treat with NaCN, iodine is replaced with CN, cyanide. This on hydrolysis in the presence of alkali. So this part, CN part, converts to amide, CONH2, amide, butanamide we will get. This butanamide, when treated with NaOH and Br2, it undergo Hoffman bromamide degradation. So this CO group undergo degradation, and we will get 3 carbon amine called propanamine or propylamine. So option A is the right answer for this question. Next we have one question. The product A and B obtained for the following reaction. In option first reaction A, we need to find out where 3 moles of alcohols treated with PCl3, it forms 3 moles of alkyl chloride, and A is H3PO3. And second reaction, alcohol when react with PCl5, it gives RCl, alkyl chloride, HCl, and B is POCl3. So option D is the right answer for this question. Next question from solution chapter. The plot of osmotic pressure pi versus concentration, that is moles per liter for a solution, gives a straight line with a slope of 25.73 liter bar per mole. The temperature at which the osmotic pressure is done. So we know the relationship osmotic pressure pi is equal to CRT, concentration, universal gas constant, and to temperature. When you make a plot, you will get Y is equal to XM, where M is equal to RT. So here they have given M slope 25.73, R value also given 0.083 into T. When you calculate, you will get temperature value 310 Kelvin. That you convert into Kelvin, you will get 37 degrees Celsius. Option A, 37 degrees Celsius. Next, from coordination compounds, statement 2 statements are there. Statement 1, first statement 1, this complex is homoleptic complex. Yes, of course, because all the ligands are same, ammonia. Whereas second complex is heteroleptic because 2 types of ligands are used. Statement 1 is right. Statement 2, complex CONH3 6 times 3 plus has only one kind of ligand. And in second complex, you can find more than one kind of ligand. So both the statements are right here related to the complex. Let us move to the next question from structure of atom chapter. The incorrect postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. So among the 4 statements, the incorrect statements are B and D. As you can see, B says matter consists of divisible atom. This is wrong statement because indivisible atoms should come. Option D, all the atoms of a given elements have different properties including mass. So it is also wrong. So B and D, option D is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. The following reactions occurs in the blast furnace where iron ore is reduced to iron metal iron ore is reduced to iron metal. Using Le Chatelier principle, predict which one of the following will not disturb the equilibrium. So among the four options, addition of Fe2O3 as it is solid, so addition of this ore will not disturb the equilibrium. Option A. Now in this reaction, identify compound Z in the following reactions. So chlorobenzene treated with NaOH. When it is treated with NaOH at 623 Kelvin and 300 atmosphere, you will get sodium benzoate. This on treatment with HCl, sodium is replaced by hydrogen to form phenol. And phenol, when you treat it with concentrated nitric acid, you will get picric acid. Picric acid Z is option C, 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol. Option C is the right answer. Next we have assertion based type of question. Given below two statements are there. One is labeled as assertion and other is labeled as reason. Assertion: enthalpy of neutralization of strong monobasic acid, for example HCl, and strong monoacidic base, for example sodium hydroxide NaOH, is 57 kilojoules per mole. Yes, it is right. So statement A, assertion, is right here. Now reason: enthalpy of neutralization is the amount of heat liberated when 1 mole of H plus ion furnished by an acid combines with 1 mole of OH minus ion furnished by a base to form 1 mole of water. So here both yes, assertion and reason are true, and reason is a correct explanation of assertion. Here the next question, the statements that are correct about the species. They have given some species, and when you look at the species, they are all isoelectronic. All are isoelectronic, having 10 electrons. Total 10 electrons. They are all isoelectronic. O2 minus having larger size because it's an anion, and Mg2 plus has a smallest ionic radii because it's a cation. And all these three are A, C and D are the correct, whereas option B all have same nuclear charge is a wrong statement. So option D is the right answer for this question. In the next question, they have given 4 different organic compounds. We need to arrange them in the increasing order of boiling point. So as you can see, among the 4, alkanes have least boiling point, then followed by ethers, then higher boiling points you can find in ketone, and highest you can find in alcohol. So alcohols, D has the highest boiling point, and alkanes, B has the lowest boiling point. For this question, option B is the right answer. Our next question is, two statements are there. Statement 1, in group 13, the stability of +1 oxidation state increases down the group. So as we know, down the group size increases, so stability also increases. So statement 1 is right. Statement 2, the atomic size of gallium is greater than aluminum. No, atomic size of aluminum is greater than gallium. So option D, statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Next question, the number of sigma and pi bond in ethylene. Ethylene is common IUPAC name ethene. Here you can find 5 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. Next we have a question from aldehyde ketones chapter. We have one ketone. When we treat it with N2H4 in the presence of ethylene glycol and KOH, it undergo Wolff-Kistner reduction. So this keto group undergo reduction to form CH2. We will get butane. Option B is the right answer. Butanone converts to butane. Next from D and F block, electrochemistry chapter, the reaction at cathode in the cells commonly used in clocks involves. In clocks we use dry cell. So in dry cell, the reactions takes place at cathode is conversion of MnO2 to MnOOH in the presence of ammonium ion. MnO2 in the presence of ammonium ion gains 1 electrons to convert into basic manganese oxide, and by the release of ammonia. Here you can find manganese oxidation state is converting from +4 to +3. So reduction of manganese from +4 to +3, option A is the right answer. Next question we have, which of the following complexes will exhibit the least paramagnetic behavior? Least paramagnetic behavior means less number of unpaired electrons. So among the 4 option A, cobalt ion has 3 electrons, whereas iron in option B 4, manganese in option C 5, and D option D chromium 4 electrons. So least number of unpaired electrons you can find in option A complex that has least paramagnetic behavior. We have a next question. Assertion says cis form of alkene is found to be more polar than trans form. That is right statement. Cis form of alkene is more polar, and reason says dipole moment of trans isomer is 0. So a trans isomer of 2-butene dipole moment is 0. So both assertion and reasons are correct here. Let us go to the next question. Statement 1. Nitration of benzene involves the following step. So in the nitration of benzene, this is a first step where NO2 plus is a Lewis acid. The statement 1 is right. Whereas statement 2 says use of Lewis base promotes the electrophilic substitution reaction. No, it's a wrong statement. Use of Lewis acid promotes the electrophilic substitution reaction in the benzene. So statement 1 is right. Statement 2 is incorrect here. Next question is very easy. The correct order of ligand arranged in the increasing field strength is option C. Ammonia is a strong ligand in the given 4 option, and Br minus is a weakest ligand. Next we have which of the following gives positive test with ninhydrin. Ninhydrin test is to identify amino acids. Among the 4 option, egg albumin is a protein. It is made up of amino acid. So egg albumin gives a positive test for ninhydrin test. Next, the metal that shows highest maximum number of oxidation state is manganese up to +7. Next question, we have an organic compound with 42.1% carbon, 6.4% of hydrogen, and remaining is oxygen. Molar mass 342. When you calculate, you will get empirical formula C12H22O11. There are two statements. Statement 1 says that bromination of phenol in solvent with low polarity such as chloroform or CS2 requires Lewis acid catalyst. No students. So bromination of phenol does not require any kind of catalyst. It can take space by its own. So statement 1 is wrong here. And statement 2 says that the Lewis acid catalyst polarizes the bromine to generate Br2+. So statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true here. Next, from electrochemistry chapter, molar ionic conductivities of divalent cation and anion are given respectively. The molar conductivity of solution is calculated by the sum of molar conductivity of cation and molar conductivity of anion. So when you add the molar conductivity of cation, that is 57, and molar conductivity of anion, that is 73, you will get 130 Simon centimeter square per mole. Option B is the right answer here. Next question, from structure of atom, the number of neutrons present in the more abundant isotope of boron is X. So the number of neutrons in boron, the formula is to calculate number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. A is atomic mass, that is 11 for boron. Atomic number is 5. So number of neutrons is 6. So in case of boron, the X value is 6. The same boron, when undergo oxidation, it forms B2O3, where boron oxidation number is +3, that is Y. When you add X and Y, that is 6 plus 3, you will get 9. So option D, 9 is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. Biologically active adrenaline and epinephrine used to increase blood pressure contains secondary amino group. They have a secondary amino group. In the reaction, there is a reaction where aniline is treated with NaNO2. Is undergo it's a diazotization reaction to get benzene diazonium chloride. This benzene diazonium chloride on treatment with phenol in the presence of NaOH, it gives Q. The Q is para-hydroxyazobenzene. So it gives para-hydroxyazobenzene. So para-hydroxyazobenzene. This is the answer for this question. Option C, para-hydroxyazobenzene. Next question is the female sex hormones which is responsible for the development of secondary female characteristics and participate in the control of menstrual cycle is estradiol. Estradiol is the answer, female sex hormone. The type of linkage present between the two nucleotide is a phosphodiester linkage. Option B, phosphodiester linkage. Next question, alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose are the anomers. They differ in the configuration around first carbon atom. Which of the following polymer is used as a fiber? So in the fiber we use Terylene and Orlon. Terylene, Orlon, option C is the right answer for this question. Next, the biodegradable polymer obtained by the polymerization of glycine and aminocaproic acid is nylon 2 and nylon 6. It's a biodegradable polymer. There is a compound. This compound is of saccharin, artificial sugar saccharin. Now you can find two complexes. These two complexes, when you dissolve in water, you can find two different types of ion. So they are forming ionization isomers. Both the complexes belongs to ionization isomers. Now, which of the following statement is true about this complex COF6 3- ion? So this complex is octahedral. This is a true statement. Here the coordination number of cobalt is 3. No, it's wrong. It is 6 and oxidation number is 3. So statement 2 is wrong. This complex has sp3d2 hybridization. It's a right statement because fluoride is a weak ligand and it shows high spin complex. So statement 1, 3 and 4 are right for this complex. We have a next question. The haloalkanes undergo SN2 or SN1 reaction. The totally depends on the stability of haloalkanes. Based on the stability of haloalkanes, SN1 and SN2 can be decided. 2-methyl propane can be prepared by Wirtz reaction. To prepare 2-methyl propane, we need to take chloromethane and 2-chloropropane in the presence of sodium and dry ether. Option A is the right answer. Next, from practical chemistry, in the analysis of third group basic radical of salt, the purpose of adding NH4Cl to NH4OH is to suppress the dissociation of NH4OH, common ion effect product. Next, we have solubility product of one of the compound calcium acetate is given in pure water. The solubility of calcium acetate at the same temperature is, we have a formula, solubility is equal to root of solubility product. When you substitute this value, you will get the answer 6.3 into 10 to the power of -5 moles per liter.